and I want the largest weight to be smaller than 125. Some negative. Come on, man. Is some if I'm gonna look at in this range. Criteria is less than 0, and again the same one as well. That means add those 4 numbers up, but add only the ones that are negative. So if I had negative 0.25, something like that, okay? As you can see, it should be sum of the negative weights is 0.45. If this thing becomes positive later, it only adds the negative ones. Now I'm going to do the same thing. This time it's going to add the positive ones. Add, look at those numbers. See if they're greater than 0. If they are, add them up. That's the beauty of the sum if function. So my restrictions are, let me put the sum weights here as well. Copy. I'm going to have these different colors. Maybe yellow and red. Okay. I don't have to worry about these. So when we're doing this exercise, our restrictions are sum of the weights is 1. Maximum negative weight is 0.15. Maximum positive weight is 125. Sum of the negative weights is at most negative 0.25. Sum of the positive is at most 1.5. Okay, now let's do for this one first. Let me get rid of these. So data solver. I want M2, that one is 0. It's not F5 anymore. It's H5. So let's change that. And let's add another one. I want the maximum negative one to be less than or equal to, I'm sorry, greater than or equal to negative 0.15. I want positive weights to be less than or equal to 1.25. I want the sum of the negative weights to be less than or equal to negative 0. Oh, I'm sorry, greater than or equal to. And sum of the positive weights to be less than or equal to 1.5. So for any given desired return, we're going to calculate the portfolio with the minimum variance subject to the constraint. Weights are add up to 1. Maximum negative short is for any asset is negative 0.15, and maximum positive is 1.25. Total short is at most negative 0.5. Total leverage is at most 1.5. And obviously, reward of the portfolio is the same as the target. Solve, find the solution. As you can see, all of these are satisfied. And let's look at the weights. So in this case, remember, this return is exactly the same as S&P 500, okay? It still says yes, buy pretty much 100% S&P 500, but do 20% Canada, short both emerging markets and uh, developed markets other than US and Canada. If you look at the risk, let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to copy it and paste it here. The minimum risk you can achieve is 162, but the risk of the US by itself is 165. This says, provided that you could do some limited shorting, investing into just US is not efficient. Okay. In fact, it's inefficient. Because there is a portfolio that has exactly the same expected return, but lower risk. So international diversification helps you out. We can repeat this process. I'm going to leave that as an exercise to you. If we could do a little bit more shorting and stuff, let's, this is limited shorts. Medium limits. I'm going to basically expand those a little bit. I'm going to change these. So let's make that 0.25. Let's make that 1.5. Let's make that negative 0.75. Let's make that 2. The rest are pretty much same. So I allowed a little bit more shorting. As you can see, it didn't reduce the risk too much. So allowing really unlimited shorting probably is not going to do too much. Let's do unlimited shorts. So I'm going to actually, I don't want to, I'm going to delete that one. It's totally unlimited. The only thing I care is actual return is the same thing as the target return. Other than that, and weights add up to one, and that's it. That's all I care. So at least for this one, it didn't change too much. Yeah, it's pretty much similar. So even with unlimited shorting, there is room to short international asset at least during this time period. Normally, we wouldn't do this for the last 20 years. We can actually do it last five, maybe. And in the exercise that I give you, I'm going to ask you to do it for the last 5 years. Okay? But the lesson is there is room to improve your performance of a US based asset by using international assets. In the exercise that I'm going to give you, you'll also have international bond market, individual country funds, gold, and US bond funds as well. Let's see what sort of result we get. There's some limited potential for international assets. They do reduce risk. Let's stop here for today. On Monday, I want to do some sort of optional topic regarding any investments or portfolio management kind of stuff. You guys think of something you are interested, you let me know. If you don't tell me something, I'll figure something to talk about. But I would rather talk about stuff that interests you. All right?